Well, this is going to be a brief video. It's going to be a combination of things, so you'll see what I'm talking about within this video. I do want to briefly touch over colorism, which is a big problem within the Black community, but it never really affected me as a brown skinned person. I guess technically I'd be dark skinned. It never affected me. I've never got comments like, "You're pretty for a dark skinned girl." I've never felt inferior. That never happened to me because of my color. So, but I want to talk about this because I experienced this on Facebook. There's a Facebook group I'm a part of, and there was, I don't know who's the owner of it. I'm guessing it's a Black person because there's a shirt that they're selling, and it's called, on the shirt, on the sweatshirt, it says something like light girls or light skin. It says light skin. And it was kind of a subject that a lot of people have their own opinion to, and I want to share my opinion, and I want to share the comment I made on the post, because I feel like as Black people, even though we take one step forward, we tend to take 7 steps back. And this, you'll see. So this is my comment. I'll read it to y'all what I said on the post. Like I said, the post was of a woman who's advertising the line that she bought from. The line has a black sweatshirt that reads light skin. And the woman was a light skinned woman. So this is what I said. No. There's always that one light-skinned mixed person who wants to separate into their own category and use Blackness as a subsidiary. What was the thought process behind this? Light-skinned shirts for light-skinned people, dark-skinned shirts for dark-skinned people, white-skinned shirts for pale-skinned people, etc. Does it come with a free paper bag test? If you know what that is, that was way back when, not too long ago actually, where Black people would use a color determination test, which was basically, if you're lighter than a paper bag, then you were a part of high society Black people, meaning all light skins. And if you were darker than a paper bag, you were not a part of that, meaning all dark skins. So basically it was a determination of caste. So if you didn't make the class status because of your skin tone, then I guess you were irrelevant and therefore deemed to a life of poverty or whatever. And if you purchase 3 items, you get a bonus, a blue vein test. And blue vein test is the same thing. It's basically if you can see a person's blue vein through their skin, then they were light enough to pass. If you couldn't see their blue vein, then they were too dark and deemed inferior. I swear we're the only race of people who find petty differences to separate. Now, there's different shades of white. You have pale milk color, peach color, rosy color, tan color, olive color, tawny color, and guess what? They all claim white. There's no pale as fuck versus peach color. Only in the minds of slaves who were created to self-destruct think like that. United we stand, divided we fall, and Black people still don't get it. Now, before Black people say, what about dark skin people uplifting dark skin? Well, my simple friend, dark skin, particular on females, is deemed masculine, which is true. Unattractive, inferior, grotesque, and the adjectives go on. Y'all should know about Malcolm X's account of looking up Black and looking up white in the dictionary and finding that white was written as pure and Black as impure. Since the majority of Blacks are brown skin to dark skin, it is necessary, in all caps, to promote dark skin because the media won't. That's why to this day, our children, I don't have children, can't pass the adult test. And it doesn't require words. So no, the decisiveness about light skin versus dark skin is so 1865. But it is imperative, in all caps, that we promote dark skin, not Blackish or Black something. Blacks love to shout out Halle Berry, which is true. She doesn't look, think, or act like us, meaning darker skin, outright Black, wider nose, fuller lips, darker skin. Us Black folks with defined Black features, but when she and those who are mixed race light skin, Paula Patton, Mariah Carey, Lauren London, Boo Boo Kitty, I don't really know her real name, but Boo Boo Kitty from Empire, if y'all watch, etc., are deemed as the standard of beauty, standard of Black beauty. Darker skinned women with defined African features get upset. So women who look like me would be upset if you put a Halle Berry, a Paula Patton, Mariah Carey as the standard of beauty, and rightfully so. y'all would get upset and want to yell bloody murder. Oh, and don't let it turn into a who's prettier contest, light skin versus dark skin. Yeah, feelings will get hurt. And what I mean by that whole post was basically like, it's funny how we want to say, you know, light skin and dark skin, and I'm not even going to go into that. I feel like this is just, I just hate conversations like this because it's just so stupid. But what I will say, the importance of promoting darker skin is because the majority of Black people are dark skinned. So when you don't promote dark skin and you leave it up to the media, the white media, they're obviously going to promote something that's similar to them, something that makes them comfortable, something the mass media can say, I can digest this. The mass media will not be trying to digest Serena Williams. They try to compare her to a man. They could digest Mariah Carey. So if you're looking for the mass media to promote your beauty, you're shit out of luck. And it hasn't been working for Black people ever since ever. But you want to leave it up to the media, but you don't promote dark skin, but you want to say all skins matter. And to be honest, all skins do matter. I think light skin chicks should be promoted when it comes to light skinness. I think mixed skin chicks should be promoted when it comes to mixed skin-ish. But when it comes to Black beauty and what we deem as Blackness, I think it should be someone who is darker skinned and has more African features, because the majority of Black girls are darker skinned, brown to darker skin, like I said, with African features. That's why, like I pointed out, our children have inferiority complexes and still to this day can't pass the paper bag test, and it has no words because they find themselves grotesque, but anything white or close to white as perfection. That's a problem we as Black people need to deal with. And we need to deal with this as soon as possible, because these tired ass conversations about light skin, dark skin is so redundant. And truthfully told, you do need to promote dark skin. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, it's obvious. It's obvious to Asians to promote Asians. It's obvious to Hispanics to promote Hispanics. It's obvious to whites to promote to whites. When it comes to Blacks, we're kind of like, I'm just like, okay, well, you know. Okay. And I don't want it to come off like I don't like light-skinned people, or I hate light-skinned people, or I have an inferiority complex. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your promotion. It has everything to do with your confidence. It has everything to do with your self-esteem. If the majority of people who are Black are dark-skinned, then it is imperative that you promote Black, dark-skinned people, brown-skinned people. I'm not saying cut out light-skinned people like they don't exist, but you do not make them the pinnacle of beauty when they don't represent the whole. It was funny because there was a picture of Miss Jamaica. I don't know, it was like Miss Universe or Miss whatever, and the woman looked like a dash of Black. Like, she was very Caucasian features, and I'm like, so who was the judges? Who said, yes, she represents Jamaica? And I made a comment like, it's funny that the ideal beauty of Jamaica is a woman who doesn't look anything like Jamaica. The majority of the population couldn't achieve this beauty status, yet she is the representation of Jamaica. Isn't that a mindfuck? The majority of the population couldn't achieve this beauty. And a couple people liked my comment, and it wasn't even for the likes. It was just like, do you see yourselves? Do you see how backwards you think? Is it just me? Because it really could be just me. I don't think it is, but it could really just be me. And I kind of understood at that point why Japanese people were going ham when Miss Japan was a biracial Black and Japanese person, and they said some type of racist term. I don't know what the term is. Basically, they're saying that you're just a half caste. You're not really us. And I understood where they were coming from. Japan has one of those homogenous populations. It's not like the U.S., how a lot of people are mixed, not necessarily like biracial in the sense of you see different groups of people. You see this really prevalent in big major cities like New York. You see a vast of different cultures and different ethnicities and different people, but Japan is not really like that. So I understood where they were coming from. And I understood where Miss Japan was coming from. She's like, I've lived here, I was born here, everything about me is Japanese. But she doesn't have traditional Japanese, authentic, to Japanese parent features. And I understood where they were coming from. But at least she could say, in my eyes, in my language, in my background, my history. You know, you could see certain Japanese features within me. As opposed to Miss Jamaica, who looked totally European. I was like, wow. I don't know who the voting committee was, but whoever those group of people are, you need to fire them next time, because nothing, just absolutely nothing like the people. So that was the end of that. Like I said, that was going to be real short in my opinion about it. I really briefly want to go over it, just slide through it, because I hate hearing or having conversations about colorism, because it's just so tired, because people always bring up their feelings and their situations from way back when they weren't chosen and they weren't called beautiful and they were picked on either for being light skinned and dark skinned. It never comes to, okay, and then the moral of the story is, and this is what we're going to do forward, it's dwelled on old things. And I'm just like, So that's why I don't like having those conversations. It's just, you need to promote Black beauty, because the majority of Black people are brown to dark skin. Don't cut off light skinned people like they don't matter, but do not make them the forefront, the image of their standard beauty. If you can get that done, we can just like move on. So the update on my book. So if you've been keeping up with me, you know that my free ebook, Straight from the Dome, that is available on my website. It has been available. It'll always be available for free, so you can get that. My book, Memoirs of a Forgotten Child, will be coming out February 14th. Every day it gets closer to that date, I get more nervous, because I'm like, oh my God, this is as vulnerable as I've ever been in life, and it's on paper. Well, first it will be on ebook, then it will be on paper, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. So I am hoping people will like it. I've been getting really good feedback and likes on Instagram, my daily snippets, which you can follow me. I will put that information in this video, and I'm glad that you like it, because like, I didn't go to school for writing. I've always written, but I've never been interested in taking it seriously until I wanted to write my book. And I'm getting, like I said, good feedback. People are liking it. I made sure that I had thoroughly edited. I made sure that a computer program edited. And then I made sure that other people revised inside it. And then I got it professionally formatted. So I'm hoping that it's up to standard and people like it and they understand me. So, yeah. So that's what's going on with my book. It's coming out. You can follow my daily snippets. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And I just started a Pinterest. I don't really get the gist of it. It's like Instagram, but a collage. It's like Instagram collage. And I don't know if I'm really feeling it yet. I don't know. If you have Pinterest, just add me, I guess. So that's what's going on with me lately with the book. I've been also just putting it out there, information about my book, you know, just details about it, snippets, like I said, the new updates. I actually have a blog. I just started that. Well, when I dropped my free ebook, Straight from the Dome, on the 15th of January, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to keep up with this, because I was going to start a blog after my book came out, Memoirs of a Forgotten Child, on February 14th. But I felt like to get people interested and get people used to my writing style, I should just drop something quickly and drop something that reflects me, which is a free ebook. And then I was like, I can't just drop the ebook and then just like not do anything for like a good 30 days and then just be like, oh, by the way, now I'm going to start blogging consistently. I felt like just keep doing it. And I've been good at it. I've been saying a lot of things that I feel like are useful and a good insight into my thought and how I read and my writing style. So check those out, the daily blogs. I'll put that information in this video or at the end of the video, whatever. So that's what I've been up to, just busy. And my recent blog, which will be for tomorrow, because I tend to write a day behind because of my book release, and pretty much I tend to write a day behind. So,
like, Martin Luther King Day was on the 18th, and I wrote my blog on the 18th, but it will be released on the 19th today. And then my newest blog, which is Jada versus the Oscars. It was written today, but it will be available tomorrow. It's always available at midnight. Since I released my ebook for free at midnight, I feel like I just need to be right now showing people Beyonce's all throughout with my website, which is like at midnight. And it's like a running day. I like starting things like consistently on you can see everything. But anyways,
to get the gist of what I was talking about in my blog, I basically said I understood where Jada was coming from, and I also understand what Janet Rupert, also known as Aunt Viv, the original Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the one with class and sophistication. She was like, Philip, that woman. She actually wrote this response, and basically what she was saying was, girl, bye. It's funny that you want to come out here and speak about the Oscars, but that was the thing about this before. You're just mad because your husband was doing some part role in Concussion and wasn't nominated, as well as y'all are millionaires, y'all have a production studio, y'all only promote yourselves and people who are in your circle. If y'all really wanted to do it big, y'all would have been had your own thing. You don't need the Oscars to validate you, but this is very self-serving. Also, when I was trying to tell Will back in my Fresh Prince days, this full salary, he was like, nah, do you? And he got me fired, so now you want to fight out? No. And she was like, you know, you want to get other actors blackballed from Hollywood, but y'all already millionaires, y'all already made your cake, you already made your legacy. Girl, bye. She didn't say this, but that was basically the gist of her video and her Facebook post. And I understood both sides of the party. And my conclusion was, I understand Jada taking up for her man, but it is self-serving. I understand where Janet Rupert was coming from, but you do need your own. And basically what I was saying is, you need your own. Because no matter what role Hollywood is going to give you, it's just basically white validation, and it's not going to be a role that's really uplifting. I mean, they've been cranking out slave movies, they've been cranking out nanny movies, they've been cranking out that sidekick, that satirical, the stereotypical roles. I mean, Hollywood's big blockbuster was Birth of a Nation, and if you don't know what it is, you should Google it. It's not anything respectable for Black people. All the stereotypes just was slammed on that screen. And you're looking for these people to validate you. You're looking for these people to tell you that you're good. You don't know that you're good because you have fans. You don't know that you're good because you sell out the box office. You don't know that you're good because your bank account says you are. You need a statue, which you don't really know what the statue means. I do. You should Google it. You don't know what that means, but you want to have it just to say that you have it. And I'm just like, this is a problem. This is the inferiority complex with Black people, is that you need white validation, and they don't need Black validation. They don't need Black people to support them. They got it whether we're there or we're not. And I'm just like, y'all do got the money, you do have the connections, you do have the credibility, and you definitely have the funds. Why aren't you doing it for yourself when you can do it for yourself? But check out that blog. It was more specific. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of details, so I will leave that information below. Let me see if there's anything else. So yeah, that was basically a little wrap up of what I'm doing, what's going on with me, what's going on in the media, what I talk about, my new blog, etc., etc. So hopefully you like this video. Comment below. What did you think about the whole Jada video, Janet Rupert response via Facebook in her video? Did you agree with her? Did you disagree with her? Do you even watch the Oscars? Like, I don't watch it. Do you watch Oscars? Do you watch any award show? Because I feel like the way my focus is centered, I just can't sit there, and that's never been for me. But is that your thing? So leave your comments below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Be blessed, and I'm out.